Welcome back to the Hot Shiitake podcast. I'm Debra Jenn.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're going to be talking shit while doing our makeup. Roll the tapes! Roll the tapes! So, today we are going to be covering Love is Blind Season 6. And I have so many things to say. I've been dying to have a podcast so I can just
talk about these
blah, 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 blah about Love is Blind.
I didn't realize you were a huge Love is Blind fan.
I'm a libber.
Okay.
Libber, get it?
Yes, I
oh my
get
God,
it.
I have so many thoughts.
Okay, where do you want to begin?
Okay, so there's 5 couples this season. And so you guys know where we are in the recording process. Netflix has done 2 drops on this season. So we've got the first batch of episodes,
which is
and then
like
we had the second
6, and
batch, and then the second 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have been watching Love is Blind like it's my full-time job.
I mean, low-key same.
I mean, it's good though.
And
I had to
season
convince
is really
you
good.
to watch it.
You did.
She hasn't been watching
I've
Love
only
is
seen
Blind.
the first season.
And that didn't make you want to keep watching forever and ever?
No,
I'm
because
confused.
I'm not a big reality. You know that I'm not
I
a big
forgot
reality
about
like
that.
TV
I just
person.
forget because I only think about myself.
Obviously.
And the things that I like.
You're such a narcissist. How are we friends? Like, do you ever think of me?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. Then that's...
I was thinking about how you didn't invite me to your birthdays.
I didn't realize... Well, first of all, I didn't do anything for our birthday last year.
Yeah, you damn well better not have, because I didn't get an invite.
Oh.
Is she trying to tell me something? Is this a hint?
I mean, if you haven't gotten it at this point...
Wow, I mean, you are here in my own home.
I am in your home. So,
is that just because you're a Libra and you have to do things when people ask you to, you just have to?
Yeah, because I don't want you to be mad at me.
I feel that.
Do you? Because I don't think you do.
Okay, anyways, we're getting off the rails. We gotta stay tight, okay? Because we've got a lot to talk about this week with the couples.
All right.
So, the couples are Kenneth and Brittany,
Mm-hmm.
AD and Clay,
Mm-hmm.
Johnny and Amy, who I honestly forgot existed.
How they're the most normal one.
Which is why I forgot about them. They're a
You know what? I heard it as soon as I said it. Okay.
Chelsea and Jimmy Star. This light is giving me a seizure. Chelsea
that
and
feels
Jim.
like sensitive. I'm gonna cut that out.
That's not insensitive.
To people who have epilepsy.
Oh my God. I am so sorry to the epileptic community. Okay, Chelsea and Jimmy, and then we have Jeramey and Laura. So Kenneth and Brittany, I don't have nicknames for them except for Principal and White Girl. AD and Clay, I can remember their names.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny and Amy, Johnny, he's like Carrot Top, so I forget they exist, but when I remember them, I call him Carrot Top.
Okay. But he's not a ginger, though.
But he's kind of. He's ginger adjacent.
Okay, fine. I will allow that.
Chelsea and Jimmy, a.k.a. Megan Fox and Bobby Hill.
Okay, you know what? I see the Bobby Hill comparison.
Don't
but you know what I've been telling everyone that he looks like a TV version of Peyton Manning.
That's funny. I guess kind of.
No offense to Peyton Manning, but I mean, I don't think he's ugly. I just, they look alike.
Okay. And then Jeramey. And you know who Laura? I can never remember Laura's name, but you know who I keep calling her?
Who?
Morgan from Rich Kids of Beverly Hills.
I don't think
and I know, but that's because you know her personally.
I do know her personally, yeah.
And so, of course, she looks different to you.
That's fair. She looks like her own person.
She looks like someone, like, you know her, right? And I don't know her at all, so to me, can you see the resemblance kind of, though?
I'm, kind of thinking about it, but I feel like she looks more like someone else. She looks like,
she gives me Morgan Stewart vibes, which actually is a compliment. I think Morgan Stewart's very cool.
No, I think she's really pretty.
Very funny.
But I don't think I think Laura looks more like, I can't remember her name, but she used to be a correspondent or an anchor on Good Morning America. Do you remember that? She's
Amy Rowe something?
Not Amy. It was a different white lady with blonde hair. But she had a similar face shape.
The doe eyes girl?
I think so. She's kind of older. I think she would do stuff with
Kate McCormick. No, she doesn't look anything like that.
No.
Anyways, who
Sorry.
cares? This is
Okay,
a boring
we're going
topic.
off topic. Sorry.
Okay, so who do you think is the most likely to stay together this season out of those couples?
I honestly think just Johnny and Amy. Like I think they're the only ones to actually stay together.
Okay, I could
Or
see
they
that.
have a better chance of staying together.
They're
than everyone
definitely
else.
my number one couple that's likely to stay together. And
Yeah.
you know who my second is? This is going to be a weird one. This is just where we're at in the season right now.
Right, okay. Who?
I could see Chelsea and Jimmy saying yes. I don't see them being together long term, but I could see them saying yes.
I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
I don't know. I could see it happening. AD and Clay, that's another wild card.
That's true, yeah.
I think Clay will say no. I don't think Clay is anywhere near ready to get married.
I think he wants to, though. And I think
he
at this
wants
point,
to want to.
But why would you go on the show and not want to get married?
Bitch!
For the money?
For the fame, for the attention.
That's fair.
Maybe I think he wants to get married.
Okay. Like he thinks that's like something he should do.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I just don't think that's Buddy Boy's game right now.
And what do you think his game is?
I just don't think he's ready for marriage. I don't know. I can't remember how old he is. I just don't think like he is in that arena at all.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a meltdown about the whole commitment thing.
I think he's been having a meltdown about the whole commitment thing. Like,
yeah, exactly.
But I don't think that doesn't make me think that he's not gonna like go through it with it. Does that make sense? Like
maybe, but so we'll get to them again, like more in depth. I feel like we're gonna break down each couple, line by line. Jeramey and Morgan Stewart wannabe. I mean, they're about to break up any second now.
I was under the impression that they did.
Were you?
Yeah, because at the very end, she said, I want out.
That's true, she did.
So,
that's true.
To me, that feels like...
Well, and then we have Kenneth and Brittany, who was also a very confusing breakup. I was sitting there like, what just happened?
Yeah, that too. Same.
I think even Brittany was confused.
I think she was too.
So, let's just talk about them. Let's have them be our first couple. Because at first, in the pods, I was loving them. I was like, Kenneth and Brittany all day. They're so cute. He's a principal. She's a teacher. Although...
She is a teacher?
She was a teacher, at least.
She was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, but like, okay, he's 25. So when he says he's a principal, I'm like...
Yeah, I didn't believe that. And then you know what else came to mind? Something you always say. Child groove. Because he's 25. It's like what is it? His prefrontal cortex.
That's true. He's a child bride.
Is that fully developed?
And he sure is showing his 25 this week. Yes. Oh my God. That man is pissing me off. Why is he suddenly on mute? He won't say a word. He loves his phone. He would rather marry his phone than marry Brittany.
I can agree with that. I think where it all went wrong, though, is when AD brought up the conversation.
Absolutely. And I don't put that on AD because if Kenneth were a stronger man, he would have been like, yeah, we're going to face that, but, like, no big deal. Like, I got my girl and she's got me and blah, blah, blah.
Well, okay, so I don't, obviously, like, I really think AD didn't go into it with any, like, malicious. No. Like, whatever, like, ill intents or whatever. Yeah. I think she just brought it up because it seemed like something that he, like, had thought about, you know what I mean? Right. And I feel like he let that get in the way of everything. Because before, like, he was being super attentive to her. Yeah. Like, when he asked her for, like, if she wanted a chair at, like, that beach party. Because, like, everyone else was sitting. Like, he was being super sweet. And I really liked them at first. And then I think that whole conversation just kind of, like, fucked him up. Yeah.
You could see, like, the life drain out of his eyes. Yeah. And suddenly, he's on mute. Yeah. He's not giving her a single ounce of attention. I mean, she was doing her best on that boat. She was like, I love giving physical touch is like my love language. What's your love language?
And he said he did too. And yet he didn't do anything.
Oh my God, he wasn't doing a single ounce of anything. That poor girl was trying her best to, like, connect with him.
She was.
And he was, like, giving her absolutely nothing. Yeah. And then during the whole fight, first of all, as soon as they get back, he's on his phone nonstop. Yeah. I'm like, buddy, put the phone away.
Well, he said he needed to make sure his school was okay.
Please, he's lying. He is not a
I was gonna
principal.
say
There's no way.
No, there's actually an article about him being a principal, like on real. I think it's.
What is he a principal of like 100-person town?
I didn't read it. I just saw the headline.
And it was like on school.
It was like on. Well, aren't they from like They're from
North Carolina. Isn't that small.
Right, that's true.
I mean, yeah, it's a little small, but like, I'm sorry, you just can't be a 25-year-old principal. How are you going to be in charge of teachers who are much older than you and have much more experience than you? Like, you would have had at most 3 years of teaching experience.
Yeah,
how can you be? And if he has,
or not even that,
to be a principal, don't you need to have a master's? So he's fresh out of college, then fresh out of school.
That's a good point. I don't know any of these things.
I'm really confused. So well, I'm not either, but. I just don't want to believe him.
I'm just assuming.
And I hate him. If I'm being quite honest, I frickin' hate him. I liked him at first, and now I think he's a demon. And that's that. You're not going to change my mind.
I mean, I'm not going to, like, disagree with you. Because, like, I don't like him anymore, either. Because
I rebuke him in the name of Jesus.
I think, like... Brittany was trying really hard.
Yeah, I think so, too.
And I think she was, like, super mature about the whole conversation, and she, like, communicated her feelings.
Yeah, I think she was being really sweet.
Yeah, but
I think she was trying really hard to get something out of him.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's, like, super young, so I just don't think he, like...
How old is she?
I think she was, like, a year or two older than him.
Okay, so about the same age.
Yeah, so they're,
but her, if she's a year older than 25, her prefrontal cortex is probably all done.
That's true, you're right. You're absolutely correct. I think you're...
And I just think men in general tend to mature slower. Not because men mature slowly biologically. I think it's because of how society treats men and allows them to be slow at maturing.
That's a good point. I feel like you would think it would be the opposite.
Yeah, because society coddles men. And they're like, oh, you tiny little baby. You need me to help you? You're just a little guy. Oh, we don't want your feelings to be hurted.
Oh, God. That made me so uncomfortable. How do men do it? How do men do it? I don't know. Because I feel like, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like...
I sure will.
Obviously. I feel like men always, like, they move forward in the workforce, like, a lot more quicker. So you would think that they would be more mature.
That's because they're more advantaged.
Yeah,
right? Society both puts them on the pedestal, but by doing so, they allow them to get away with
a lot of
immature actions, right? With no correction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, men don't not all men, right? But a lot of men don't do their own laundry. They can't do their own dishes. They can't even make their own meals for themselves.
Right.
They're looking for a wife to do all that for them.
Right.
And they're also not doing any of the emotional labor in relationships.
Yeah.
And then we have the ever so demonic mommy's boys who should be avoided at all costs.
Right.
Who have been coddled their entire lives.
Right.
And put on pedestals by boy moms.
Right.
Hashtag boy mom. Anyways, suffice to say, I am so done with Kenneth. I think he, like, gaslit Brittany into thinking she wanted the breakup. Like, yeah. And I think at the end she was probably confused, like, wait, how did he convince me that I wanted to break up? And I'm sitting there like, oh, did they just break up? What was this? Yeah. And the sec, she's crying. He goes right back for his phone.
He goes upstairs and he texts his friend, I'm getting my stuff.
Yeah. He couldn't get out of there fast enough. And in fact, I think he was just looking for an excuse out. He didn't want to look like the bad guy on TV. So he the second she said anything about the relationship, he was like, oh, you want out. Yeah. You want out. All right, then I'll leave. Yeah. Like, he couldn't have gotten out of there faster.
That's fair.
Yeah, like, the house was on fire.
That's true. Okay, I agree with that.
I can't stand him. I think someone needs to dive deep into his past. I wonder if he's a demon. Like, if he has a history of being demonic. And with his exes. I saw someone comparing it to, like, being a little church camp relationship, and it totally was. Right? They're like, oh, he's like, I'm a worship leader.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
I don't want to have sex before marriage. And I think I don't think for even a moment that man is a virgin. I think he just wants to look good on TV. That was his end goal, is look good on TV, don't come off as the bad guy.
Yeah, because you know what, he's a principal of a middle school, so I'm sure he doesn't want to look.
Although, in North Carolina, have you ever been to North Carolina?
I have not.
There is a church on every corner. Oh my God.
Oh, is there?
More churches than people. That's what I think.
That's wild. Mm-hmm. Do we need that many churches?
In North Carolina, apparently you do. Also, in some parts of Illinois, I think there are more churches than people.
That's wild. Who's funding all these churches? Like, you know what I mean? What?
These people are taught to tithe. They give 10% off the top of their income every month to their churches. Yeah, that's how churches... You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, it's a
whole, I've always wondered,
like a whole little Ponzi scheme they've got going on.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I need to be a part of that.
Don't come for me. My parents tithe.
Leader?
I would love to be a cult leader. Should we start the cult of hot shiitake?
I think so.
Who wants to join our cult? Come join us.
All we do is just talk shit all day.
It's a pretty fun cult.
Yeah. We just need you to tithe.
But we do need you to tithe.
Yeah.
God says that you must tithe. Give me your money.
It's like insert a little like what is it? The little swirly
Venmo
right here.
Debra Crying. Venmo me, and I'll split the proceeds.
Perfect.
Yeah, he was just all too ready to get out of that relationship.
Yeah, I felt really bad for her because she was like crying.
She was crying, like and he was really giving her absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you're crying? Oh, let me get back on my phone."
Yeah, I think really like
I wonder how she's gonna feel watching the episodes back because she might not have noticed that in that moment because she was too busy crying.
Yeah, I mean sometimes like you just don't notice things in the moment.
Yeah,
because you're going through your own emotions.
Right.
So
she probably didn't notice it.
Yeah, that's sad.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait for the reunion.
That makes me sad for her.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So next we have AD and Clay, who I think was a very interesting couple in the pods. They've gotten a little more boring now. But like AD's whole thing with Matthew, oh my god. I mean, we should have known Matthew was a red flag just by the fact his name's Matthew.
Right. I was also going to say...
Red flag alert.
That and because he was a finance bro.
Okay,
like,
true.
Major red flag. And he's just psychotic.
Okay, his first opening scene was him telling people to pick a number and ask him a question.
Yeah.
And then if they asked the question back, he was like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting to answer any of the questions." Well, what were you expecting to do? You're just interviewing these people?
Right.
For a job position?
Right.
And you're not going to answer any questions to see if they like you?
Right. Also, on top of that, too, when he made that comment about how his therapist was, like, concerned that he was gonna... I was like,
I first of all think that men being in therapy is a red flag. A lot of the time, men being in therapy is a red flag because they're just going to weaponize that therapy. Weaponized therapy, especially in the hands of a sociopath like him.
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't believe he even got as far as he did. That
Same.
Any women were liking him after that first initial date. I mean, the other girl who is his number one besides AD.
You mean his number two?
Well, who's to say? He was telling them both things. But his first interaction with her was he goes, pick a number. She goes, 4. And he goes, a lot of people have picked 4. Can you pick a different number? And then she still wanted to date this freak?
Yeah, I would have just walked out of there.
I would have been like, excuse me?
I was reading a lot of TikTok comments, and I remember, like, someone had discussed that on a TikTok, and someone had said, he could have just asked her a different question. Like, it's not like we could have seen the list.
That's a good point.
And I was like, that's actually a very good point, because it's not like anyone asked you, like, to see it. It's not like the producers were going to put it up on the screen and be like, here are those questions. You know what I mean?
Right. So he's just being a dick for no reason.
Yeah, basically. He's just being an asshole.
He's just an absolute freak show.
A psychopath.
And he also said he didn't come on the show to become a C-list celebrity.
Yeah.
But then all of the stuff he started telling AD was like, oh, you know, America loves an underdog, and now I'm the underdog, so people are really gonna be loving me.
Bro, when he said shit like, America's watching.
America's watching. Oh my god.
Get out of here, please.
How did anyone like him? I mean, I guess, I think, the psychology of wanting to win starts kicking in. Yeah. At some point, right? And,
and wanting to be picked.
Wanting to be picked, wanting to win, and just being like, okay, well, I have this guy who likes me. And, AD's other person was Clay, who, let's be honest, was not seeming...
Clay was a wild one, because once he found out that he was in competition with Matthew, he just flipped his
I mean, shit. I think part of that was because the guys knew how, much of a freak show Matthew was.
Yeah.
And, oh my god, Matthew, in a comment on Instagram or somewhere, or a TikTok, tried to say that the reason he was so awkward was because he doesn't drink. No. And so it makes him come off weird in the first impression. And I'm like, excuse me, sir. I also don't drink. And guess what? I'm not a fucking freak of nature. I mean, I might be, but in a different way.
I was gonna say, where is this going? Because that's a fucking lie. No,
but I'm not I'm not a sociopath menace.
Right. I'm crying.
I'm like, bro, some people maybe should drink. You know, I don't like alcohol, but maybe he needs it. If that's what's stopping you from acting like a normal person.
Or maybe he just needs to be on some kind of meds.
Well, he's obviously just a narcissistic sociopath, in my opinion.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
I mean,
he's a weirdo.
He's such a freak.
That was weird bitch behavior, and we do not like that.
No. I hate him. I wonder what he's up to now.
I don't.
You're not, like, interested to see?
No, I don't care. He was weird. I don't ever want to see him on my feed ever again.
I hope he's at the reunion.
For what purpose? Other than to be fucking weird.
Yeah, I like a little bit of weirdness. It's entertaining, at least. I will say, I'm glad he was on the show.
Oh, okay.
Wish him the worst. I think he's a demon, but thanks for entertaining me. Clay's kind of a demon too, though. Like the whole thing about like the pregnancy, like if she gets pregnant,
my God, yeah,
and she gains weight, he'll just take her to the gym.
That was weird.
Buddy,
that was weird.
You can't exercise a pregnancy belly off. Your belly isn't big because it's fat. It's big because there was a baby in there.
Right.
Oh my God, I could literally blow a gasket if I have to spend even a moment more about it, but I will.
You will.
So gaskets will be blown.
Okay.
No, I'm like, bro, are you mentally well? Like, do you not understand how bodies work? Like, are you confused?
Speaking of not understanding how bodies work, I know we're gonna get into them soon, but Johnny being like the whole birth control thing.
Oh my God, I was like, Carrot Top have you never heard of a condom?
Well, that's
you're trying to force her to be on birth control.
Right.
Did condoms never cross your mind if you're so scared of having a baby?
They did, because I remember Amy saying like, well, condoms are a thing, but like, I think his thing is like, he just wants to like, I don't know, like double protection, but like, if you're gonna get pregnant, you're gonna get pregnant.
Oh my God. Like, if you're married, that's not the end of the world. If you like want children at some point, and if you never want children, then snip snap, bro. Right. Get the vasectomy.
I mean, yeah, she did say that was an option.
Right, but they want kids, so getting a vasectomy is like a little manic in my opinion.
Yeah.
So like, bro, it's not like you're destitute, right? Like, if they had a kid, I don't think it would be, like, if they're going to stay together and they had a kid a year down the road, I don't think it would be the worst thing. Would it be inconvenient?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's like, if she doesn't want to go on birth control, let it go, bud.
Right. There are other options.
I don't know. It was just, like, annoying me. But, like, I also think, like, they're such a boring couple that maybe the producers were just, like, trying to get them to talk about something.
Yeah,
because, like, literally, what else have they done that's even remotely interesting at this point? Mm-hmm. They are the Kenny and what's that girl's name from season 1? The MLM girl.
I don't remember a lot of people from.
God, I can't remember her name. But that's who they remind me of. They were so boring. I mean, outside of the fact that couple didn't last. Just in terms of how boring they are.
Oh, I see.
So I feel like the producers are like, oh, you guys had that one birth control discussion. Why don't we beat that to death?
I mean, it's working for them. They have something to talk about.
Yeah, but I still forgot that they existed. That could not save them from falling into the depths of forgettableness to me.
I didn't think they were forgettable because I thought they were, like, cute. Like, they were, like, the one normal couple. Like, out of everyone's craziness.
Boring.
That may be boring to you, but that was, like, the reason why I didn't forget about them.
All right, fair enough.
So I was like, you know what? This is probably the only couple that's going to make it, so.
That's probably true. I could see that being the case.
And another thing.
I don't know. I just find those first 3 couples are a little boring.
Boring?
Yeah. I mean, like, Kenneth was a snooze fest.
Yeah, they were cute at first. I mean, he was a snooze fest because he didn't have anything to talk about other than dolphins.
Oh, God, I forgot.
Do you remember? That was so weird. Well, so I watched all of the episodes a couple of times because I wasn't, like, fully paying attention. Like, I was just doing stuff while watching.
Okay.
And when that part came up, I think I was, like, putting stuff away in my fridge. And then I was like, did my iPad just die? Like, why is it so quiet?
Yeah.
And then I looked up and it was just Kenneth and Brittany just on the boat.
Sitting in silence.
Like, sitting in silence. And I was like, did they leave this in on purpose? And I had to, like, rewatch it. And I was like, did they say anything to each other? Like,
I mean, I think they were trying to show how awkward that couple was.
Yeah.
And, like, damn, it was working. I was like, oh my God, these people are putting me to sleep.
Yeah.
That poor girl, though, she was trying. Kenneth was like, pulling teeth trying to get anything out of him. May he rot in his principalship. So wait, he is a principal? Did someone prove that he's a principal?
Yeah, so there was an article about him being one of the youngest principals, I think, on, like, it was like teachamerica.org. So it's like an actual teaching organization that like did an article on him. I didn't read it because I didn't care enough to read it.
Went on Love is Blind.
But yeah, it was from, I think, last October.
All right, then you're a principal, bro. It doesn't change the fact that you suck.
You're entitled to your opinion.
I am entitled to my opinion, and I will have it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so.
And now we get into the spicy couples. Let's go into Chelsea and Jimmy, a.k.a. Megan Fox and Bobby Hill.
I have so much to say about that.
Oh my God.
Let's start from the beginning.
Let's start from the very beginning, because their pod relationship was really... They were spicy right away. And that's just so sad to me because, like, first of all, she said she looked like Megan Fox. In her defense, she said people told her that, but she doesn't see it. But she did bring it up. Mm-hmm. The fact that she, like, the celebrity doppelganger thing, which I think she really couldn't wait to say she looked like Megan Fox.
She could not wait.
I think it was like a little bit of a tactic. She knew
1,000%.
he would be excited.
1,000. Who is it? I mean, I know there are people who don't think Megan Fox is hot, but, like, who out there, like, majority of...
Megan Fox is, like, the hottest woman alive. If you had to take a poll, she would be at the top of so many lists.
Yes. Agreed.
You cannot, no matter who you are, you cannot compare yourself to the hottest woman alive. No. Because you are setting yourself up for severe disappointment. I mean, even if Jess had said she looked like Megan Fox, which she has much more Megan Fox vibes.
Yes.
I think if she had said she looked like Megan Fox and he saw her come out, he would have been like, damn.
He would have been like,
He would have been like, yeah. He would have been like,
I
them titties though!
I can't.
Oh my God. No, but she really is. She's so pretty. I can hardly stand it. I can hardly stand it.
She's so pretty.
It should be illegal, actually, to be that pretty.
Should it?
Well, unless it was me. And then it would be.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
I can't even, like, fathom being that hot.
No.
Must be nice. It must be damn nice. But, yeah, I just... Did Jimmy give it celebrity? Oh, I heard that Jimmy had actually said he looks like, Christian McCaffrey?
I don't know who that is, but I think it's like a football player, right?
Yes, he's a running back for the 49ers, which I thought you were a 49ers fan.
I was just a Niners fan in that moment.
Oh my God.
Gotta rep the Bay Area. No, I'm not from the Bay. But Sacramento
Sacramento
is not. No, I will.
Oh God, another weird Northern California thing coming up.
It's not the Bay. It's not. Sacramento is in the valley. Like, we are nowhere near a body of water. Why would we be considered the Bay?
The whole Northern California to me is the Bay. If you were to ask me where's the Bay, I'd be like, it's just all of Northern California. So I know it's not, but I also don't care.
Okay. You got me there.
I just offended every Northern California.
I'm going to be like Chelsea on TikTok begging for someone from Northern California to come out and defend me.
Someone from Northern California is going to be like, well, I just thought all of LA was just all of Southern California.
Well, yeah, that's what a lot of people think that.
That pisses
me off too.
San Diego's completely in a different area.
Oh, no, I was thinking like a lot of people when they say LA, they also include Orange County in that. And Orange County is not a part of LA.
I can see them thinking that though, because it's like, just lump it all together.
No!
I know it's not, and it's completely different. I'm just saying I can see someone thinking that.
I mean, I will say growing up, as a kid, I did think that because I have a lot of family in Orange County. So when we would drive down here, I would be like,
it
"Oh,
feels like you're going to LA."
Yeah, like I would always tell my friends in like elementary school, "I'm going to LA this weekend to see my family."
Oh, cute.
And now I like grow up and I'm like, I did not go to LA. I drove right through it. I drove right through it, but I didn't go to LA. I went to Orange County. I went to Anaheim. I went to Santa Ana. Like, that's not LA to me. Anyway, we've gone off topic.
Have we? Oh, I was gonna let it happen because I had to do my eyeliner.
Oh, so you can't talk while you're doing your eyeliner?
Apparently not. No, but the other week I did my eyeliner and I was like in a really big rush because I was just like, oh my god, I'm running late. My sister's gonna yell at me.
Oh my god.
And so, well, I ended up just doing a really ugly eyeliner, and so I'm like, okay, we cannot rush perfection. The Mona Lisa wasn't painted in a day.
How do you know that?
I guess I don't. I'm just assuming.
Oh, okay.
He probably took his time.
I don't know.
He painted a little bit, scrolled on TikTok a little bit, went to have a little snacky, came back, did a couple more paint strokes.
He went and had a crab stick.
Watched a little YouTube. Yeah. Oh, that would be me painting the Mona Lisa. I'd be like, okay, why am I getting these breakouts?
Oh, yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
Did you do anything? Have you been sleeping on your pillow? Or?
I would never.
You would never sleep on your side?
No.
Oh. I love sleeping on my side.
Oh my god.
I know we've had this conversation before because you yelled at me and told me I would get wrinkles, which, you know what? Everyone gets older. Okay.
Yeah, everyone gets older, but not everyone has to get ugly.
Wow.
That's like a thing I keep seeing on TikTok. People will be like, it's a privilege to age. And I'm like, yeah, of course it is. Yeah. I want to get old, but I'd like to preserve my youthful look if I can. I'm at least going to do my best, right? Right. And then, you know, whatever happens, happens. But at least I can say, you know, I gave it the old college try.
Right.
And then I can be happy with where I'm at. You know what I mean?
That's
But if you're not making any attempt, I mean, you're going to wake up and have a real sad confrontation with your mirror one of these days. And that's just what happens to old people.
Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes, you know?
They look in the mirror one day and they're like, I don't recognize that face staring back at me. I used to look like Bobby Hill and now I'm Bobby Hill's grandpa.
Oh my god.
But also, Chelsea and Trevor. Oh my god, okay.
She fumbled the bag on that one.
They both fumbled the bag. They both had way better connections and better looks options with the other people that they fumbled.
Yeah. Since you brought up Trevor, I would have liked him with Jessica, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but just based on looks, I keep seeing people on TikTok saying that, but you're just like basing it on looks. We didn't even see them interact once. Like,
oh, no, I'm not basing it on looks. I'm basing it on like both like what they wanted. Does that make sense?
What do they want?
He obviously wanted someone to love, and she wanted someone to love her.
I just want somebody to love.
And I think he would, and like she wanted someone for her like daughter too, and I feel like he would have been way more fun than Jimmy.
Okay, well we didn't see even one conversation with them, so you're basing that off of nothing.
I'm basing it off of I just said I'm basing it off of their personalities, not their interactions with each other.
I actually think Trevor's kind of a dope. Like he's like a friendly little affable dope, but I don't think he's very
like
bright.
A golden retriever.
I think Jess seems really smart. She is sharp as a whip. She's funny.
Yeah.
That EpiPen line took me
so
out.
Funny.
Do you know that Jimmy actually uses an EpiPen?
I didn't until she said that, and I was like,
oh my god.
Obviously, she said it for a reason, right?
Hilarious to me. She's smart. She's too smart for Trevor, I think.
She's funny.
I think she's just too good for any of the people there, and this will like just be her platform to find like her real person. I'm sure she'll be with someone soon now that the world has seen her.
Yeah.
And how hot she is.
Right.
I think the moment she told Jimmy she had a kid, he was donezo.
I think so too.
But he didn't want to, like, look like the bad guy.
Yeah.
And, like...
But he ended up looking like the bad guy regardless.
Hot take. I don't think he looks that bad yet. I don't think he's done anything that egregious outside of be a little less than enthused about Chelsea.
Right.
Like, he's saying all the right things to her. He's reassuring her.
That's true.
Like, what has he done to get the vitriol that he's receiving outside of simply making a bad decision? That, like, we can see in hindsight is a bad decision.
Right.
But, like, for him in that decision, he thought he was getting with Megan Fox. A childless Megan Fox is what he thought he was getting.
Right, right.
And I honestly think Chelsea just said yes to him because he went first.
I think opposite. Or not opposite, but I think differently.
So you think, like, she told the producers who she wanted and that's why he went first?
No, I think they were both obviously going to propose on the same day. Yeah. I think she only said yes because her ego got in the way. She wanted to be the girl to say,
I think that definitely...
I got picked over someone who was, I mean, because I'm not saying she's ugly, because she's not, Chelsea's not ugly.
No, she's not ugly, but she's like, not many people are as hot as Jess.
Right, so I think she wanted to be able to say, he picked me over
I think,
the hottest girl
I don't think she consciously wanted that. I think subconsciously, feeling like she was being chosen over the hot girl probably made her be like, wow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
But, like, Trevor was the obvious better choice for her. They had more chemistry. She even told her friends later that he was her number one choice.
Yes. Yes, she did. And you know what? You know what also got me was when she went in there to break up with him and he asked her, if I went first, would you have said yes to me? And it was dead silent on her end.
Yeah.
That told me that she would have just said yes to anyone who asked her first.
Okay, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because... I don't even know where I'm trying to go with this.
Uh-oh, she lost her train of thought.
I lost her train of thought.
The train is running out of steam, people!
I mean, because it's obvious that they were the better match.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously.
I think Jess and Jimmy had way more chemistry, and I think Trevor and Chelsea had way more chemistry.
Yeah.
And Trevor is exactly Chelsea's type, physically.
Right.
And I think Jess is exactly Bobby Hill's type, physically.
And he did even say, like, his ex, or not him, but I think his...
No, Jess.
Oh, Jess
said that all of his exes look like her, which I find hard to believe because...
Not everyone looks like that.
Yeah, first of all, no one looks like you, sweetie.
Ma'am.
I know you're being humble, but, like, nobody looks like you.
She is a child of Jesus. Okay, she's gonna be humble.
She's a child. I love her. I love her. I think she's so likable, nice, smart, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Hot.
She's a good mom.
Funny. No flaws to be seen. And I think that's why God gave her a teen pregnancy, because he was like, something needs to humble you or you're going to be out of control.
Right.
I'm going to knock you up. What? By the Holy Spirit.
Okay, so she's married. No, is that what you're trying to tell me?
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he was like, you can't be a perfect person. You have to have a teen pregnancy to humble you.
Right.
Which actually maybe made her an even better person, because now she's humble and
she wants to be like a good role model for her daughter. Right.
I like her. I've got nothing to say about her. I know that she is, like, now saying, like, oh, she still kind of has feelings for Jimmy, but I think that's normal. They literally broke up a week ago.
Right.
You know, like, in most cases, you don't have, like, what feels like a serious relationship concurrently while that you are also dating other people that are very serious.
Right.
So, you know what? I think I know who the you fucked her, and I know you fucked her preview is about.
I think we all know, because it was Chelsea saying that to Jimmy.
Yeah, but I think I know who she's referring to.
It's Jess.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's Jess. I think we're being led to believe it's Jess. I don't think Jess is that stupid. I think they're going to have a conversation and that's going to be that. And I think Jess is going to be respectful and leave it at that.
Yeah.
I think it's about one of Jimmy's girlfriends.
Oh, you mean his his girl. Okay.
Which I also think it's weird that he has these, like, close girlfriends, and that's your best friends is just two girls. Like, that's a little weird to me. Like, it's not weird that, like, people have friendships with the opposite sex, because I certainly do.
Right.
But, like, that those are your best friends in this whole world, that's a little odd.
Yeah, like, you should, no offense, but have some male friends.
Yeah. Like, it's just like, okay, that's a little weird to me.
Right.
Do you, I guess, but weird nonetheless. But yeah, I think I think that it's gonna be that she found out that he had sex with one of his good girlfriends, one of the two. Probably the dark-haired one. That's who I think it is.
You know what? I mean, that is his type, isn't it?
Apparently. Yeah. So that's my hot tea. After they play, because they keep playing that clip, because I think they want us to think it's about Jess.
I mean, it could be, though.
It could be. Yeah. Maybe I just don't want to believe that Jess would. I don't think it's going to be a situation where, like, they've been hanging out into the wee hours like someone else.
Oh, right.
We won't get into yet.
I was gonna say, we will get into that.
Because we gotta drag this out. I'm not even halfway done with my makeup. We can't jump right into that just yet.
I'm working on... I have a lot more things to actually say about the two of them.
Who? Jimmy and Chelsea? Oh, yeah. Me too. Let's hear it. What do you got?
Okay.
Oh, wait. Trevor, though? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think Trevor does steroids. I just want to say that. He's got acne all up in here. I mean, so do I, apparently. So maybe I am...
Are you doing steroids?
God gear.
Is that what?
That's my new favorite catchphrase.
Is that what people who are on? Is that what they say?
Well, I think gear is a steroid, and so that's my new favorite thing to say.
Well, it sounds like you might be on steroids because you know what that is, and I
do have some zits. So who am I to freaking talk?
Yeah, exactly.
God was like, I'm gonna smite her where she stands and give her some pimples.
Because you know what? She's been talking too much shit.
Why does God have a southern accent?
You tell me, because you've been giving him all these voices, and they're not the same every time.
Well, God is many things to many people, so...
It's fair.
But yeah, that's all. I just had to get that off my chest that I think he does steroids.
Well...
Hot nonetheless. I don't need a man that beefed up, but yeah.
Yeah. Some may say maybe he has scalp psoriasis, and that's why it's just, like, red up here.
Okay, but I'm not just saying just because of the acne. That man is jacked up.
Yeah, he is, pretty beefy.
I don't think people can get that jacked up naturally.
You don't think so?
No. Ain't no way. And there ain't no way. Okay, so what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I just wanted to talk about how insecure Chelsea is.
Oh,
Every fucking conversation is always, do you like me?
Oh.
What was the first thing you noticed about me when you saw me?
Oh.
Okay, so I first off want to talk about their whole, like, that scene when they were together on their honeymoon, and she said, what was the first thing you thought about me, or whatever, or what was the first thing you noticed about me?
Yeah.
Right? And
she was hoping he'd say, like, them titties, though, or something crazy.
I was like, I know for sure he wants to say, the fact that you look nothing like a Megan Fox.
Imagine if that would have been what he said. That's something I would say because I know
that's
whatever comes to my brain.
Right, of course. But I think he, like, just had to choose his words wisely. Yeah. And he was just like, well, I guess I gotta keep it PG. And she was like, what are you talking about? Like, just saying. And he started talking about how the first thing he noticed was her big old square teeth. Do you not remember that?
No, I forgot about that.
I, like, screamed. I was like, you did not just say that. You could have said, your beautiful smile.
Those big, beautiful, voluptuous teeth.
Square teeth.
Oh my god. But I was still staring at them titties though.
Alright, Drake.
Oh my god. But yeah, he definitely wanted to say that. And I kind of wish he had.
I wish he did too, but
I do feel like he's good at saying the right thing, which
low-key
could be a red flag.
I was gonna say.
But I think he is trying. Why is the camera blown out? Hello? Is mine just that white?
You look so whitewashed.
I think something's going on.
You look like a vampire. That's kind of freaking me out.
Do you know one time my friend's doorman was like, where's your friend from? She looks like a ghost. And she, like, knows how important sun protection is to me, so she's like, oh my god, I'll tell her. She'll take that as a great compliment.
And did you?
I mean, would I like to be tan? Sure. Everyone looks better with a little tan. But, like, if I have a tan, that means I've also incurred sun damage. So, that is why I like to be as white as possible.
That's fair.
You feel me?
Yeah, I get that. Because sun damage is not great.
So, oh my god, the other day someone told me that I looked tan, and I was like, you take that back right now.
I rebuke you.
I was actually a little concerned. I was like, oh my god, how can that be? I was like, is my sunscreen not working?
Oh my god, I can't.
I was like, I haven't been in the sun, I swear. I swear it.
Okay, and the other thing I wanted to say was I want to bring up the fight that she and Jimmy had after...
Which one?
The one after the beach party. The first one. When he made a comment to her about how stacked AD was.
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
And then she brought so much attention.
He was weird for that, and then she was so weird for...
I agree.
Shouting it across the room.
He was weird for that, but... For her to say
Although that is something I might do, is shout and embarrass something.
I mean, yeah, that is something you would do. But
like when you were in the bathroom too long and I was like, are you pooping
No, it's like throwing up.
But also, yeah, you were just throwing up, no big deal.
Yeah, I had too much celery, apparently. Munching on too much celery.
But, like, I think they both made it even weirder. Because, like, her saying that didn't have to be weird. I think it made it even weirder that he went and talked to AD for a million years about it.
Well, okay, so the whole, like, the pipeline, the pipeline from her saying that to him having a conversation with AD was, to me, I thought if, oh my god, I want to call her.
Spit it out, Michelle!
I want to call her Jess so bad, but her name was Chelsea.
We'll just call her Megan Fox from now on. Megan Fox and Bobby Hill.
No, but I was like, dude, if she's gonna get mad about something, be mad about the fact that he walked away in the middle of you saying something. Don't be mad that you made a big commotion.
I don't remember him walking away in the middle of her saying something.
I watched it back.
Sorry, I'm getting a little flared up of anger with... He said he looks like Christian McCaffrey. I'm sorry. He is as ugly compared to Christian McCaffrey as anyone would be next to Megan Fox. And yet he's upset that Chelsea said Megan Fox?
I mean, she said it with her whole chest.
We didn't see him say the Christian McCaffrey. We just know that now from, like, post-show interviews.
Right.
So, you know what? I just think that's a little interesting.
I mean, yeah. I will say it is shitty that they didn't leave that in.
I know.
Right?
Well, they were trying to make a show.
But that's true. And it's not like they could, well, I mean, they're on Netflix, so it's not like they couldn't have left it in. Anyway, yeah, no, I think if she had a reason to be mad, she should have been mad when he walked away because she was trying to say something to him, and he literally just cut her off.
And went and talked to AD.
Oh,
damn.
And then, like, held AD's hand while she, like, did a little twirl. Like, if I were in Chelsea's position, that should have been the argument.
First of all, right, because I don't think she has anything to worry with AD. AD doesn't give a literal shit about
AD does
Bobby
not
Hill.
want Jimmy.
I think she was just, like, she felt awkward, and he's making it even more awkward by continuing to talk about it. And so she's, like, trying to make him feel better about it.
Yeah.
Even though they're the ones who put her in the awkward situation.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's to blame at all. No fault on AD, but, like...
Her only fault is being hot and stacked.
Yeah.
That's her only fault.
Although those lashes are too much.
You think they're too much?
Those lashes, girl, you cannot wear a heavy lash and literally no other eye makeup. Your lashes are freaking fluttering away. They're like freaking butterfly wings coming off your eyes. And there's not an ounce of eye makeup to at least, like, if she was wearing, like, a full smoky eye, I'd be like, okay. Yeah. But she's wearing literally no eye makeup, so it's just this freaking 5-foot lash. She's got, like, 17 millimeters on here. No, they're probably, like, 20. Those look like 20 millimeters to me.
I mean, they were pretty heavy.
You got 2 fucking inches coming off her eyes.
That's very young.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, so, yeah. So that whole that whole argument was just so fucking annoying to me. And, like, Chelsea, like, whining about it didn't make it any better.
Oh, my God. Well, I think she's so deeply insecure that she literally felt threatened by AD in that moment, even though, like, that should be the least of her concerns at the time.
I agree with that. I was just like, you need to calm down.
But then they had sex for the first time after that argument, which is weird.
Is it? Because isn't makeup sex a thing?
Yeah, but are you having sex because you were turned on by AD's butt?
You know what? That's a good point. That's a fair point.
Them juicy titties and that thick ass. She was sitting down on that big old butt, but I was still staring at them titties though.
Yeah.
That was just mad weird, bruh.
The whole thing was just weird. The whole thing was very strange.
I want to talk again a little bit more about Jimmy and Jess, though.
Okay, we can do that.
Like, I really feel like he just didn't want to look like the bad guy who rejected someone simply for having a kid. And that's why he kept talking to her after she told him.
Yeah.
But I think in reality, if it had been the real world and no cameras, I think he would have dumped her right then and there.
Yeah. But, like, if that were the case, though, why would he still think about her after the fact?
Because he found out she's a smoke show.
He found out she's a hottie. A hottie with a body.
A hottie with a body.
I'm so jealous.
Oh my god, she's like my new hair inspo. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go run out and get her a new haircut. Like,
she's great
that's gonna be on my head. I think she must have extensions, but they look incredible. Because no one has hair that long and thick, right?
Yeah. I mean, no, it's possible. I think it's possible for normal people.
Yeah, but I think they are extensions.
Yeah.
I think Southern girls are really, really pretty. This is like the prettiest cast we've seen. Also, the great debate. Does Chelsea look like Megan Fox in any way? Do you think they resemble each other at all?
I will say I can see it in her. I see her eyes. Here's the thing, okay? I think if someone brought it up and then I was like looking at her, I think they have very similar eye shapes. I think Chelsea has bigger eyes than Megan does, though. Mm-hmm. But
Megan has been probably surgically altered.
Probably. But I will say, though, if someone were to ask me, like, off the top of my head, if I looked at Chelsea, like, who do I think she looks like?
Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, these bitches still couldn't chin check me. No, that's so mean. Chelsea is a pretty girl, but I couldn't help myself. The Natalie Nunn song, I feel like we've manifested Natalie Nunn. I feel like we've talked about her every week. Maybe Natalie Nunn has manifested this. Because look how relevant she's become.
Because of you.
All because of me.
Because you mentioned her all the fucking time.
You're welcome, Natalie Nunn. Natalie, I run LA Nunn.
You're like, it wasn't me, not Nicki Minaj. It was me.
Okay, someone said she has, what did they say? Oh my god, I wrote it down.
You're like, speaking of
Megan
Natalie
Fox
Nunn.
features on a Natalie Nunn face shape, is what someone on TikTok said. Not me. Not me, okay?
You're like, I rebuke it.
I rebuke it. Do not come for me. I think if Chelsea had said nothing about her looks, no one would be ripping her.
Exactly. That's what I think, too.
That's why you can never,
pretty.
you can never say, you should never ever say
never
that you are gorgeous.
Ever.
You should,
well,
if you were on Love is Blind, who would you say your celebrity doppelganger is?
Me, myself, personally?
Yeah.
There are not a lot of Asian, like, actresses.
Okay, that's true.
There,
that's
so
true.
I can't say.
I would say, you know who I've gotten?
Who?
Jennifer Tilly. Very unknown, but
I was like, I don't know who that is.
Bride of Chucky. I'll just go on there and say I look like the Bride of Chucky, and then no one's going to be disappointed. They're going to be like, oh, she looks like the Bride of Chucky. Like,
yeah.
And I come out there with a knife, and I'm like,
You're like, producers, get me a knife. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. There aren't many Asian.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to come out here and be
celebrities. I can't think of one.
Not
Your
like
lash is popping off in the corner. You gotta fix
I know. I've been trying.
I have been telling you not to fuck with magnetic lashes for how long?
But I like these.
Girl, then just wear them in the corners.
You know what I was thinking about doing? Just putting fucking glue on them. Because at this point, like,
might as well. Okay, but who's your doppelganger?
I mean, obviously, if I had to go on and say I had a doppelganger, I would be like, oh, I look like Emma Chan. I do not look like fucking Emma Chan.
I don't know who Emma Chan is.
The really pretty one from Crazy Rich Asians. Do you know that, like, the one where she, like...
The skinny one?
She had, like, a beauty mark, like, mole, like, on her chin.
You're trying to tell me what she looks like, and you're just telling me she had a beauty mark.
She's the only one who had...
She's the really, really pretty one with a beauty mark on her chin. Bitch!
No. She's the one where...
Is she the one who plays cousin...
Oh, yeah, I think she was the cousin who, like, was, like,
The really pretty, tiny, skinny...
Yes.
Philanthropist?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I don't look like her, but I'm just like, if I were to do a Chelsea Megan level lie.
Okay, if I were to do a Chelsea Megan level lie, I'd say I look like Olivia Munn.
She's half Asian. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's why I'm like, you can't go on, like, that's the thing with that too.
Like, you can't say you look like anyone.
Say that.
AD played it right when she didn't want to give a single ounce of a hint about her look. And I know she didn't want anyone to know her race either. I could tell.
Yeah. Well, I think the other thing, too, is, like, that's not the point of Love is Blind. Like, you're not... That's why I also think they cheated by talking about who they resemble.
My God. This is something that bugs me when I see comments online when people are like, they shouldn't be allowed to talk about it. It's like, okay, but the producers have said they actually don't meddle in those conversations at all. Yeah. And that's, like, the whole point of the show is to not meddle. Like, let the humans human and see how it plays out, because that is part of human nature. Right. Is that they are, some of them are going to want to talk about looks, and, like, that's given us some really great conversations, too. Yeah. Like, remember Shake and all his craziness from his season, where he was trying to hint about girls, like, oh, do you think I could put you on my shoulders? Oh, but do you think I could pick you up and put you on my... Oh, you didn't watch that.
Oh, yeah, I did. But no, but I've seen some stuff about him, like, in articles and like, other, like, but I didn't know he was saying all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, he was, like, trying to suss out how big girls were by saying, like, oh, I'd like to go to a music festival and put you on my shoulders. Do you think I could put you on my shoulders? Like, do you think that I'd be able to support your weight? That's shitty. It was really crazy, actually. That's really gross. Crazy.
That's also weird bitch behavior.
Literally, so weird.
So weird.
But anyways, that's why I think, like, and it's also not a contest show, right? It's like it's like almost like a human psychology show.
Does it look better?
Yeah, it actually does look better.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. See, a real friend tells you when you're looking crazy.
You're right.
That's true. Right. And I hope you would tell me. But I fear that you would be too afraid.
The look in my eyes when you said that, I was like, you would be too afraid. You would be too afraid.
Damn it, Michelle.
I'm sorry.
Tell me if I'm ugly.
I would at least tell you if you had something on your teeth.
Oh, God.
Or a booger in your nose.
That's the least you could do. Where is my blush? Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, you bitches still couldn't chin check me.
God. I could not with you.
Natalie Nunn, go you, queen. If I saw a bunch of people, insulting someone by saying they looked like me on the internet, I don't know what I'd do.
You wouldn't flip.
Would I be excited that people are talking about me? Or would I be upset that...
I think you'd be both. I think you would go through the 5 stages of grief.
Yeah, probably. I'd be like, oh my god, my name is on Google Trend. I'm trending.
And then you read an article and you're like, wait.
And then I'd be like, oh, they think I'm ugly. Oh, these fucking people. You will rue the day.
You're like that kid from iCarly. They'll rue the day.
You'll rue this day. You'll rue it.
Oh my god.
I cannot.
Too damn funny. Oh my god. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay. I was just gonna... The Nicki Minaj thing. We gotta stay on topic.
We do.
With the Love is Blind. We will get to Nicki Minaj later. Okay. We haven't gotten to the part where the fight in this week's batch of episodes.
Oh, we haven't. You're right.
Jimmy saw a picture of Jess, and Chelsea knows that he did. And so she brought that up in the fight. She's like, ever since you saw a picture of Jess, you've been acting weird. And it's like, oh my god, I would never. First of all, if I'm talking to a man, I am the hottest person you've ever seen in your life, and I will never admit that there's a hotter person than me. Yeah. That's just how it is. And that's how Chelsea should have acted from jump. If she said the Megan Fox thing, she should have strutted out there upon meeting him. You have to at least walk hot, right? Not
she did it. She was running, and oh my god, the fact that they kept her heavy breathing in.
Oh my god, so I feel like they turned it up. They turned up her mic on that. They were like, "We are making this even loud."
Fucking rude. That was so rude.
Oh my god, but seriously, if she had just stood there and been like, "I am that bitch."
Yeah, because confidence makes you a lot
hotter. I think he would have been like, he would have been like, "Them titties though," instead of being like, "Them teeth though." She does have good teeth. She does have really good teeth and gorgeous eyes, I will say.
I mean, a better answer could have just been your eyes was the first thing that I noticed because they were glowing.
Well, he's a little bit too stupid.
He's an idiot.
Yeah. But yeah, so...
He's an idiot that knows how to say the right thing.
Chelsea bringing up Jess, I think, just is another deeply insecure thing. Here's something I've been wondering. Is Chelsea always deeply insecure, or is she picking up what Bobby Hill is putting down and sensing that he doesn't isn't that into her, and that's making her insecure.
I think she's always been insecure, and the reason why was when they were still in the pods, she had made that comment to the girls where she was like, men are usually really mean to me.
That's true. And
so I think
I do have a little bit of a post-show interview where she did talk about how she has struggled with insecurity, and so that does make me sad for her.
I mean, like, here's the thing, though. Like, everyone is insecure.
Yeah.
I think everyone always, like...
That's true.
I don't think there... I mean...
Even Jess, I'm sure, has insecurity.
I'm sure she does. Like,
and she's fucking drop dead gorgeous.
Right. Like, I think everyone has some sort of insecurity, and if you say you don't, you're a fucking serial killer. But...
True. Although I think James Charles, does he have any insecurities? That man should develop some insecurities. He's got a lot to be insecure about.
My point still stands. He is a serial killer.
That's true. That's
Look
true.
at him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. You're okay. Sorry. Allegedly. I know.
Don't sue us. We have no money to be taken. Truly.
I have nothing.
But I will represent myself in court.
Right, you said you would represent yourself in court.
Yeah, if push comes to shove.
I would find legal counsel. I don't know where I'd get the money from.
For it?
Well,
you just said you are unemployed.
I am.
Would you call yourself unemployed or fun employed? Are you having fun?
I'm not. I'm like depressed.
Oh no.
That's why I'm taking all these weird classes to try and find a job.
Oh, I like that though.
But I'm excited for my classes.
That's fun.
But anyway, that's not the point of this conversation.
No, we're getting off topic. As per usual.
I would find a lawyer who would do it for, like, whatever the settlement is.
Would you? What if, like, they do it, they'd represent you, but you have to give them, like, 10 blowjobs?
10? That is so much work. I thought you were going to say 10% of your settlement. I was like, well, if I'm getting $1 million, yeah, I'll give them 10%.
No, my mind was somewhere way crazier.
Oh my god. I can't.
I mean, okay, so say the fee would have been $75,000 or 10 blowjobs. That's a pretty, like, good blowjob per fee ratio. That's like $7,500 per blowjob. That's like a pretty, you can be proud of yourself for earning that kind of a wage.
Excuse Oh my god.
Oh my god. I can't. My brain is crazy.
Is it crazy right now because it's almost 11 at night?
No, I would love to blame it on that. I'm sure I would have said that at any hour of the day.
Wow. That came out of nowhere. I was not expecting that. I literally thought you were going to say 10%. At the minute you said...
No lawyer charges 10%.
I know, that's why I was about to say yes. That's why, and then you said blowjobs, and I was like, taken aback by that.
Oh my god,
Holy
10%. Oh, whew. That's good stuff. So would you or not? I would. 10 blowjobs, easy. Let's get it over with.
Well, but like...
Do we have to blow him to completion?
Oh my god. Well, if you do, wouldn't that take longer?
Oh my god.
What if you just wanted to go in and out? Like, I don't know, 5 minutes and I'm done. That's it.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. Whatever you do with that time afterwards, it's not on me. I gave you my end of the bargain.
Oh my god, my mom could not watch this episode.
I'm cutting that out. No.
That was a stellar moment. That was one of my brightest, shining moments.
Then you can edit this part.
Funny.
Oh my god.
How did we get on this topic? Who's suing us and why are we giving them 10 blowjobs?
James Charles, you said. That's why you said allegedly and then all these things.
Oh my god. James Charles is gonna sue us just so he has to see us give 10 blowjobs. Oh my god, I almost fucking choked. I think a little bit of my period leaked out of my tampon.
No. No.
This is unhinged.
This is too much.
Oh, okay. We need to gather ourselves. Whew.
Okay,
Oh my
anyway.
god.
Going back to what was supposed to be a really serious, positive... moment.
Female empowerment. Back to that. Circling from pain for your lawyer with 10 blowjobs to female empowerment. Where were we? Chelsea and Jimmy.
Yeah, and like her being insecure.
Oh yeah, she's deeply insecure.
Yeah.
She did like Trevor more, I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So when Jimmy first sees Chelsea, I feel like we're jumping all around the timeline here.
We are. But
that's fine. I mean, we went from 10 blowjobs back to Love is Blind, so.
Right.
You know, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
When Jimmy sent Jess a friend request.
Oh, right.
We didn't talk about that.
Right.
That's crazy. That's actually that's the most disrespectful thing he's done so far. I think everything else up till now, he's actually done nothing to, like, get the vitriol of the internet.
Right. But, so when he sent her the friend request, and you know how she said that he rescinded it after the fact, do you think he did that, or do you think Chelsea did?
No, I think he accidentally hit friend request, and then it was an accident. He was just stalking to see what she looked like.
Mm.
And then, oopsie poopsie, didn't mean to do that, delete the request. And that was what happened.
It's too late. She saw it.
Yeah, I don't think Chelsea had anything to do with that. I don't think Chelsea knows about that. I think Chelsea knows he saw a picture of her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she knows about the friend request thing. Okay. Yeah. So that will be interesting. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely mental, isn't it? And I suppose now we should really be talking about the most demonic man on this show. He was a sleeper. Actually, he wasn't a sleeper. He's been annoying from the moment we've been introduced to him.
That's true.
Good old Jeramey.
Can I say, though, he was a really forgettable person for me in the pods.
He wasn't forgettable to me because he was so annoying. He's so annoying. Like, he's been annoying from the moment he got on the screen. I think I could have forgotten about him in between takes, I guess. But every time he was up there, I was like, this man is the most annoying man I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
May God smite him where he stands. But anyways, we'll get into, like, this week's happenings soon. But I want to talk about, like, just his relationship with Laura and Sarah Ann, like, in the pods. Was weird. The fact that he chose Laura was weird to me. Like, that came out of nowhere. Y'all get it. Okay. That came out of nowhere to me. You're just trying to tell me about things now because, you know.
Yeah, I'm learning. You also freaked out when we filmed our first episode, and you're like, Michelle,
you didn't tell me.
You didn't tell me I had all these things on my face. I'm like, I didn't realize I was supposed to because I was just trying to do my own fucking makeup over here.
But yeah, Jeramey, I think, had no chemistry with Laura in the pods. I think he chose her because he didn't like that Sarah Ann was conservative. The only moment I liked from him was when he said he didn't want to comment on women's bodies. I was like, oh, that's the first nice thing you've done this whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you get a little bit of a snaps there.
Yeah.
I don't think men should ever talk about women's bodies ever. I think you should shut the damn hell up.
Right. Or else you'll throw your tampon.
But yeah, I think that he only chose. Wait, what?
I said, or else you'll throw your tampon at them.
Yeah. My bloody tampon. My day one bloody tampon. That's a real.
That's a rough
That's
one.
A bloody tampon.
That's a fucking rough one.
Oh, but anyway. I think he only chose Laura because their political beliefs align and because she likes to be clean. And those are the only things they truly had in common.
Yeah, because she hated his Hawaiian shirts and Henleys.
Yeah.
Like, and she hadn't even seen them.
That's true.
She just fucking hated them.
And now that she's seen them, she hates them even more.
Right.
She will not shut up about how she hates them. When they were talking and the door was open and she's, like, loudly complaining.
Yeah. Oh, my God. When she was complaining to her sister, and her sister was like, I like that he likes Hawaiian shirts. Yeah. I'm about to buy my boyfriend some or whatever. Yeah. And then she was like, you want to take them? They're upstairs in the closet.
I was like, oh, my God, she hates him.
But, like, if you're gonna hate on stuff, like, at least present a solution. Like, if you're gonna take away his Hawaiian shirts, what are you replacing them with then? Like, what is your idea of good fashion?
Sometimes I hate on people and give them no,
but we're not talking about
no constructive criticism. I just being a hater. And damn, it feels good to be a hater. I love being a hater. It's like my number one favorite pastime. People are like, if I were in the pods and they're like, so Deborah, tell me, like, what do you like to do in your free time? Be a hater. Sipping on that haterade. I'm America's number one hater, in fact.
Like, I drink 2 glasses a day, 1 in the morning and 1 at night.
Maybe 1 in the afternoon.
Dose of haterade.
Oh my god. Damn, it feels good to be a hater, though. It really does.
You're crazy.
I truly, God, if you try to take hating away from me, you might as well kill me.
Okay. That's very dramatic.
I would go home with no matches. They'd be like, this bitch just said she's a hater. That's her number one activity. Hating and watching reality TV.
I don't think you would get past the psychologist in the casting department.
Actually, no. I think I would be an excellent contestant on Love is Blind. I do really well on first dates. I think it's because I'm an extrovert and I am just such a fun time that I make the date fun even if the person is like the most boring little lump of sand ever.
I could see that.
And also I'm really good. I'm really good at pretending to be a really nice person on a first date. So actually
so you pretend a lot.
People wouldn't find out I'm the number one hater until like it's too late for you.
Oh,
you're already in love with me. And then you find out my favorite pastime is just hating.
As a friend,
being a hating ass bitch.
As a friend, I did fall into that trap. Because when I first met you, I was like, "Oh, she's fun," and then all these crazy things started happening. I'm like rethinking my friendship.
Oh my god, be so for real, Michelle. I am not that bad.
Like I gotta get out of here. Someone create an emergency so I can leave. Please.
My favorite pastime is bullying, being a hater, and watching reality TV.
How are we friends? But you are my sister, sign, and my opposite.
That's
so
true.
That's true. A lot of sense.
Very true. Very true. What else about? Bean dip. Nugget. The goddamn bean dip thing.
I'll be fucking damned if someone touched my titties.
First of all, they're acting like bean dip is a thing. Laura's like, I didn't make it up. Yes, you must have. I've never heard of that in my life. Dip before. And she's from Northern California. They have all these weird shits up there.
Apparently we're fucking weird up there.
I knew it felt dim. Oh my god, the whole lighting is gonna be fucked now.
But now you look absolutely white
fucked. Though. I knew it felt so dim. I was like, what the fuck is going on with the light? These goddamn little bastards.
Wait, so what does that mean now?
It doesn't mean anything except the video's gonna be a little bit dimmer.
Oh.
But that was good footage, so we're not throwing it away.
No.
No.
I don't think people would notice.
Anyways, if the lighting looks different to you, that's because it is. And you can suck 10 dicks if you don't like it.
Yeah. I thought you went up to change the video because we were at 25 minutes and I was like, look at her. She's being proactive. And then you went up there and you changed the light and you came back and you sat back down and we have
and then we had this lovely conversation where we did a callback to the 10 dicks.
Right.
And that's pure comedy. You always got to do a callback.
It is.
You got to do a callback. Gizmo knows.
I've been watching a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and that's what they do. They do callbacks. I
love a callback. Callbacks are my
you know what?
favorite thing.
You would like that show.
Oh, okay.
It's very awkward though. It's kind of cringy. It's just Larry David getting himself into some shit and people just giving him shit about it. And he's a hater.
That's an interesting form of comedy to me. Is the awkward cringe genre. Anyways, back to the old bean dip.
That was weird. That whole situation was just so uncomfortable.
Okay, first of all, the bean dip is when you apparently take the boob and smack it. That's the motion that Laura made.
I was under the impression that it's just you go up and then down.
Yeah.
Not you take it up and then you go down. But
okay, well either way,
you go up and then you
slapping
go
it up and then you're slapping it down.
Yes.
Which is so weird. I've never heard of it in my life. Laura definitely made it up. She's a weirdo for that.
Right.
But I actually think G. Ramey is in the wrong. Because why would he say it? It was a joke.
Yeah.
Just between them. He should have never said it in front of the other couples.
Yeah.
he is the one completely in the wrong. Is she weird? Sure. The bean dip thing, that's weird.
Well,
he should have never said it to the other couples.
I don't think he should have said it to the other couples, but I don't think he's completely in the wrong for it because he didn't know what it was.
Oh, didn't he?
He didn't. So, like, because he said to 80, he was like, so Laura told me something about a bean dip. I don't know what that is. And then that's when, like, that whole thing happened. And he was like, I wouldn't have said anything if I knew that that's what that was. So that's why I don't think he's in the wrong for it.
Okay.
I think she's a fucking gaslighter for being like...
Who, Laura?
Yeah. When she was like, when she said, she was like, well... he's making something out of nothing. Like she said both he and Clay were making something out of nothing. And then she was like, that's childish behavior. But it's like, you didn't even explain.
Clay did overreact.
Did he?
I think so.
I don't remember.
I think it was a little bit of an like, he didn't do anything outwardly, but you could tell inwardly he was like seething about it.
Yeah, he was like
when upset. It was like he was like, someone's gonna touch my woman's titties.
Right.
And it was like, okay, obviously it was like a joke in poor taste, but a joke nonetheless.
Right.
And weird, yes.
Yeah.
Like don't touch anyone's fucking titties.
Don't touch anyone.
Even if Eric did that to me, I'd be like, I'm gonna punch you in the face right now. I'd like probably wind up.
I'm scared of your own dog.
Oh, Gizmo. Damn, this episode has been spicy though.
It's been super long.
From the bean dip to the most craziest thing. I did not see this coming.
Which one?
The end where the episode ended.
Yes, the Sarah Ann stuff.
The Sarah Ann stuff okay, first of all, she DM'd him.
Yes.
He liked it and followed her back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Egregious.
Yeah.
Arrest him.
I think
straight to
Laura
jail.
Was giving him, like, the benefit of the doubt when she was like, maybe you're too nice of a guy and you don't know when to, like, cut people off.
At first, I thought that, too, because I was like, okay, he did run and show her right away.
True.
So, like...
But I think that's weird bitch behavior to run and show someone after you liked it.
Yeah, after he liked it, for sure.
And then when he was like, well, I did it because I was like, I know I'm going to get trust points for it. But, like...
That's true.
That's fucking weird. Because it's one thing to be like, hey, like, this girl sent me this message.
You're right. I mean? He was like, he had ulterior motives. He was trying to get trust points out of it.
Yes,
wow.
That's why I thought that was, like,
that.
super weird.
That is super weird. Like, at first I was like, okay, maybe he's just, like, obtuse and, like, has no idea. Like Instagram interactions could be, like...
And sometimes people are.
Sometimes people are. But you're right. After he was like, I'm going to get trust points for this.
Yeah.
You little skeevy twerp.
Exactly.
Wow. A real son of a gun. Now that heart and that follow back, that means something.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it did if you went out and met up with her.
I mean, oh, yeah. The meeting up with her part, like, that is crazy. And, like, the sharing of the location, thinking that would mean, like, he probably thought, oh, if I share my location, she's not going to check it because she's just going to trust me.
Yeah. Well, and he also shared it at, like, 5 in the fucking morning.
I mean, also, I trust Eric, and sometimes I just, like, look where he is, just, like, following my little...
Yeah. I do that with all my friends.
Yeah, I'm just like,
yeah,
where's my little Tamagotchi at now?
Yeah. This is gonna sound really weird, and I've, like, said this
before. Where are my little Sims?
But, like, that's pretty much what it is. Like, right before I go to bed, I just look and make sure everyone's, like, you know, in their homes asleep, and I can go to bed okay. Like, I'm like, everyone is where they should be.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. Just like, I've got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
We'll see what he's up to. And it's not like I don't...
sure my friends
but,
are
like,
safe,
this,
you know?
Yeah, that man was, like, he was really up to something.
Well, I didn't make this connection. I mean, obviously, so, like, she let him lie before telling...
she let him lie. I loved that.
Before letting him know, like, I knew exactly where you were.
Yeah. Because he was trying to say, oh, I didn't leave the location with her. I just sat in the parking lot.
Yeah. I was seeing some TikToks and someone had said he left his phone in the car, but he took his Apple Watch with him. And that's why she still knew where he was. Because he can say all he wants, like, if his phone
You're right.
is where
I
his
bet
car
he
is.
did.
And I think a lot of people are like, that's probably how she knew.
Yeah.
Sorry, because he said...
Because he was like...
We were just in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was adamant that they were just in the parking lot, and then he was like, oh yeah, there was like this part in the alley, and da-da-da. Even if you were just in the parking lot, I'm sorry.
That's weird.
People be fucking in cars,
They
too.
do. People do that. Do-do.
Do-do. You said do-do.
But it's like, don't sit here and act like you're this innocent little person. You're just like sitting in the car and we were just talking about our feelings. Well, you know what? You can do a lot of things in the car. If you can eat a full meal in your car, you can do a lot of things in that car. You know
That's an interesting comparison. The full meal?
Yeah. Because you can eat a full meal in your car.
I mean, yeah, you can eat a full meal anywhere.
Exactly. So you can do a lot of things anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. It was an interesting thing. Michelle's hungry. I'm hungry.
I'm like, I don't really know what else to compare it to.
If you can eat a full meal there, you can fuck.
The full meal to fucking pipeline is real.
That was an excellent callback. We love it. Oh, we love a good pipeline over here. No, but that was so crazy. My jaw was on the floor. Morgan Stewart ate him right up.
She sure did. The real Morgan Stewart. The real Morgan. Also eat him up.
Oh, I bet she would. Oh, she Morgan Stewart is sharp as a tack.
She's so funny.
She would. Oh my God, he wouldn't know what to do.
She would eat him alive.
She would. She would literally eat him alive for dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, a 3-course meal.
Oh my God, no. But that was so crazy. So you think they're broken up now?
I do, because at the end of...
But people can say things like, oh, I'm done, and not...
Oh, okay, that reminds me. I also wanted to... Okay, so I'm on the fence about that now, because I did just see a TikTok about how apparently in the contract, in the Love is Blind, like, contestant contract or whatever, allegedly, if you leave before making it to the altar, you owe them $50,000, so you have to pay the production or whatever.
So then what happens to people who break up, though? Like, what about...
So the girl... So that's the thing is, like, I didn't read it.
What about,
I just,
Kenneth?
Really quickly.
They definitely broke up.
Right. So if that's true, then that would mean that people who broke up, they saw it as a better way to just leave with their dignity and just pay the $50,000 as opposed to going through with it.
I think what it is, these people don't have $50,000. He's like,
no, they don't.
I think what it is if you break up and it's a legitimate breakup, they'll let you off the hook. But if you're going through this whole process and then you just don't want to do the wedding scene, that's when you have to owe them $50,000.
Maybe. I mean,
because I don't think they're gonna charge
you to be on the show.
They're not gonna charge Kenneth and them because that was like a good dramatic breakup for us. And I feel like we've had other breakups in the past mid-season, and I don't think they were charged. I think it's just an assurance to make sure, like, if you're
people like make it to like the altar.
Yeah.
Well, the person TikTok that I watched, she did also say though that like if for whatever reason the couple like truly like gets a divorce like after the fact, the show will pay for like their divorce fees.
Really?
Like, their legal fees. Like if it's like a legitimate
I don't believe
breakup.
that because like even things like shows like Married at First Sight, they do not pay for your legal fees.
They don't?
No. Because I think they want you...
because they want you to stay together.
Well, they want it to be like, they're not going to give you like an easy out. Where like, this is a real marriage with real consequences and real like, everything that comes with a regular marriage.
But I thought at the end of it, like, don't they ask if they still want to
stay? They do, yeah. But if you want a divorce, that's like on you.
That's
and
on
you have to like take care of all that yourself.
I mean, I've seen, I think, like 2 seasons of Married at First Sight, but I didn't realize that was the thing I thought.
Yeah, I found that out recently, that they don't pay for the divorces.
I assumed that they did because they always asked them, like, at the very end.
Well, no, like, the decision day is part of it, but I always thought they would pay for it too, but yeah, apparently not.
Well, that's kind of shitty, though, then why ask? Why ask if they want to...
It's part of the show.
If they want to stay together.
Because it's still part of the show. I mean, obviously, like, what if they didn't do that? Then what would be the ending of the show, Michelle?
Okay, that's fair.
I thought you were supposed to be a producer.
I am a producer, just not a reality TV producer. I would get eaten alive.
Yeah, I don't think that's meant for Libras. No. You'd be like, you guys, that's the meanest thing anyone's ever done.
Oh, okay, you know what?
Let's be nice. Be nice, you guys.
You know what? Okay, speaking of Libras, I found out today that Chelsea is a Libra, and she was giving me major Cancer vibes.
Oh, maybe she has a Cancer moon.
Or Cancer rising.
Libras, okay. Libras can either be the coolest cats in the room or kind of a weak bitch. Like, I have a good friend.
Why did you point at me when you said that?
No, I didn't mean you. I do have a Libra friend, though, who is, like, too ready to agree with everything I say. To the point where, like, I'll say something, and they will have said something the opposite, but as soon as I say now my opinion, they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. And I'm like, but you just said the exact opposite. What do you mean you're right? You're not even going to put up a fight? You're just going to agree with me?
Right.
Give me a little pushback, pal. Come on. Put him up. Well, Gizmo's a Libra, though. Gizmo's my favorite Libra. You're mommy's favorite Libra. Yes, you are. You're the best Libra in the world. And he is really, truly, like, he's the cool cat Libra. He's, like, a people person, outgoing, loves everybody. He's everything a Libra. Everything good about Libras. Aren't you, Gizzy? So, predictions for next week. What do we think is going to be popping off in the DMs?
I think Trevor is going to come back. Obviously.
Okay, obviously.
I think when he comes back, though, I think Chelsea will have some sort of meltdown where she was like, I should have chosen him. He looks exactly like what I usually go for.
I wish they would just get together. That would be ideal for me.
Chelsea and Trevor?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not going to.
On the one hand, I can see Chelsea and Jimmy being like this random couple that like says yes. Mm-hmm. I think they're definitely not together now.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they're together now either. Oh, okay, wait. I just heard something that I wanted to say.
Okay, what is it?
I saw some TikToks that Jeramey.
Jeramey. It's pronounced Jeramey.
Okay, sorry. Jeramey. Had a fiance before he went on the show.
Oh my god, I can't believe we haven't talked about that. Oh my god, I completely forgot. Oh my god. Oh my god, we were going to close out the episode. Oh my god. That would have been a crying shame. Get it? Because my last name is Crying.
Oh.
Ching!
Wow. I had a thought earlier today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I don't have many of them. Because, I'm depressed and in bed all day.
Well, hurry up and edit these episodes then.
I can't edit them if I'm depressed, Debra.
Well, be undepressed then.
Oh, yeah, because it works out. You know what?
Have you ever tried not being depressed?
You know what? Let me try that. Let me just go home, look at myself in the mirror and be like, stop being depressed, you little bitch.
You little bitch.
You just cured it. You cured my depression. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yay!
Oh, wait. Okay, I remember my thought now.
Ooh, what was it?
Growing up, like in high school, like high school and like college and stuff like that, I feel like my hair was always very unhealthy, but I always had like a really good volume to it.
It was healthy?
Unhealthy.
Oh, unhealthy.
And it had like a really good volume to it, and like it would hold curls very well. But now that I feel like I'm taking more care of my hair.
Well, I think it holds curls better when it's unhealthy because it's like silky hair doesn't hold a curl.
Yeah.
Crunchy hair is going to hold a curl all day.
But I miss being able to hold curls. And like I miss having volume.
Mousse? Use some mousse.
Like mousse before I curl my hair?
Your hair does look really nice though. This is nice.
Thank you. Stuff. I've been like trying to take care of my hair more.
It looks good and voluminous to me.
It does now because
I've actually noticed in some of our episodes, I'm like, Michelle has really nice hair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been lacking my hair game for...
I've been lacking on my hair game. But I've seen a TikTok recently that was like, you cannot out makeup a bad hair day. And they're right. I feel like it's probably more important to do your hair than to do your makeup. But I'm just a makeup girly.
Yeah.
But I have been at least trying to like give myself a little blowout at the very least to be presentable.
Blowouts are hard to do. I don't know how.
I have like a little tool, like a blowout brush.
Oh, do you have like the Revlon one?
It's not the Revlon one because I think that one's probably like really damaging to your hair.
That's what I always wonder.
Yeah, the one I have is like a nicer version of that.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, so the crazy development that happened, literally, like I feel like I saw a TikTok about it today, that we almost forgot to talk about. Jeramey was engaged.
Yes.
When he, like a week before he went on Love is Blind.
Oh, it was a week? I just thought
I think he literally broke up with her and then went on Love is Blind.
So he had applied for the show while they were still together. He applied
for the show while they were still together, engaged, and living together.
What?
Yeah.
Why did
she have a kid?
There was a kid in the picture, but I don't know if it was his.
Okay. I don't think it's his.
I just
but
remember...
like, did she have a kid and maybe he was with her? I don't know. I just remember there being a kid. But either way,
there was a kid.
He was engaged and living. And remember when he was in the pod saying, I just sold my house and now I'm renting a 4-bedroom. He couldn't wait to say he lives in a 4-bedroom house. And then he's like, oh, but I'm renting.
Oh,
but
I didn't remember.
He just sold the house. He sold the house because that's the house he had with his fiance.
Oh.
He is a dirty, skeevy little twerp.
And now it all
definitely
makes sense.
fucked Sarah Ann. I'm sorry. He definitely went back to her apartment and they fucked.
Can we say, do we have to say allegedly here, or like, can we be definitive about this?
That's my opinion, that they definitely went back and they knocked boots.
I mean, because why else would he be in the area where she lives?
Why else? I'm sorry. You were out till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Doing what? If Eric ever came home at 5 a.m., I would be sitting waiting for him in a living room chair. All the lights would be off. All the lights would be
so
off.
You're still awake.
No, I have mental craziness. I'd be up on my own. I'd just be fucking seething.
In the dark.
In the dark, all the lights off. He comes in, lights on, and I'm just like sitting there.
Do you know what time it is?
Do you know what time it is? And I'm holding a knife. Because I know what time it is.
I don't have to look and tell you what time it is.
I would, first of all, I would have been calling him. I would have actually popped up. I would have found his location and have been like, bitch, we're going on a trip.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
We're going on
and it's your car.
Oh my God, though. Yeah, they definitely fucked.
Yeah.
I would have been knocking on every door in that apartment building, wherever his location was, until I found them.
Yeah.
I would have looked nuts.
But you know what?
But I would have gotten the job done.
If you got the answers you needed, then you wouldn't have been nuts.
Yeah. There'd be a lot of people in that apartment building being like, who was that crazy girl knocking on my door?
There'd be a lot of TikToks about you for sure.
From
every angle.
Ooh.
From every angle.
And then I'd be the next Risa Tisa.
Oh my God. I am not watching 50 videos, Natalie.
I'm on like part 38.
What do you call you, Natalie? Deborah.
What do you think? I'm Natalie Nunn?
You say it enough! You say it enough.
Even if my name was Natalie Nunn, you but just don't check me. Oh my God, no. That's funny though. Well, I guess we'll find out next week if they did, in fact, boink. Boing.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I am so hungry. And on that note, I suppose we should bid these suckers adieu.
I guess so.
Anyways, that was such a fun episode, a wild ride, a truly wild ride. This is why I love Love is Blind. There's just so much to talk about.
Yeah.
I feel like next week's probably won't take up a full... Will we do a whole episode? I don't know. Well, that's neither here nor there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Bye. Toodley Scoodleys.